Did you know that 62% of Americans don't have a college degree? But you don't need to be swimming in student loan debt to have a very lucrative career. And if you're watching this video and you have a bunch of student loans hanging over your head, I feel for you. I'm Terrell Higgins, your real estate and personal finance guide, and the goal of the channel is to help you master your finances and start living the life of your dreams. In 2025, the median annual salary in the United States was $61,984. And in this video, I've picked 10 different careers that make well above that median salary. And if you make some career progression in those fields, you'll top out over 6 figures. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I actually reveal several career fields that top out well above $200,000 a year. Let's get into it. So a quick disclaimer, even though none of these careers require a college degree, a lot of them do desire some certifications. So the first career up is being a lineman. And no, I'm not talking about those dudes who protect quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm talking about the people who install and repair power lines. They work at crazy heights, in all types of weather, and with voltages that are high enough to make Pikachu jealous. They want you to do some apprenticeships, usually between 3 to 4 years. They want a commercial driver's license. And in some states, they actually require a journeyman lineman certification. You start out between $80,000 to $90,000 a year. And if you work your way up to being a supervisor, you're making over $130,000 a year.
Nice.
So if you don't mind working at heights, this might be the career for you. The next career I want to talk about is being a plant operator. So whether that's at a power plant, a chemical plant, a water treatment facility, or a manufacturing site, these are the folks who operate the heavy machinery of the world. And a lot of these industries, they want some sort of licensing, and a few prefer that you get an associate's degree, but it is definitely not required. And at this point, I would like to plug my career. So I work at a nuclear power plant, and nuclear plant operators make a ton of money. They start off making about $90,000 a year. And if you're willing to stick through from a plant operator to a reactor operator to a senior reactor operator, you'll top out well over $200,000 a year. That's about 10 years of career progression, but that's not bad for pushing buttons and turning a few valves. The next career I want to talk about is elevator and escalator repair. You ever get stuck on an elevator? These are the folks that you want on speed dial. Elevator and escalator repair is a high-paying job that requires apprenticeship and state licensing. The apprenticeships are 3 to 4 years, and then you have to obtain a state license. The average salary is between $90,000 and $100,000, and it peaks around $150,000, which is not bad for helping people avoid taking the stairs. The next career is computer programming. If you're more of a sit in the dark and code type person, then this might be the career field for you. No degree, no problem. A lot of people break into computer programming by doing coding boot camps. And there's a few other certifications that they like to see. AWS, Microsoft, or Google certifications. But once those are complete, your annual salary will be between $80,000 and $95,000. And as a senior engineer, you could be making over $160,000. Basically, if you can code the next big application, you are golden. But don't forget that semicolon and crash the entire system. The next career is being a distribution manager. Have you ever ordered something and expected it to show up within 24 hours? You can thank distribution managers for that. They keep the supply chain moving and all your impulse Amazon purchases showing up on time. They do prefer a bachelor's degree in this field, but it's possible to move up with just experience and the right certifications. You start out at $85,000 to $90,000, and if you progress into executive roles, you'll be making well over $200,000. And if logistics doesn't sound that exciting to you, I'm sure that paycheck definitely does. The next career that I want to discuss is being an air traffic controller. And they are some of the most highly trained multitaskers in the world. They are directing planes, and it is high stakes with lives on the line. But if you're willing to get the correct licensing, you will make a ton of money. You start off making between $130,000 and $150,000 a year. And if you progress to the manager level, you're making well over $200,000 a year. So sticking with jobs at the airport, you can become a commercial pilot. So becoming a commercial pilot requires the correct licensing and a bunch of flight hours, but it is not technically a college degree. And if you become a commercial pilot, you'll be earning between $150,000 and $200,000 a year. And if you progress to the most senior levels in this field, it's not uncommon to be earning over $300,000 a year. Pretty good. The next career I want to talk about is being a real estate investor. And this is like playing Monopoly in real life. There are no certification or degree requirements. It's helpful if you have a real estate license, but it is definitely not required. You just need the knowledge and experience to execute these real estate deals. And the annual salary for this definitely depends on how hard you actually want to hustle and work at getting those deals. And if you're willing to take on investors and scale faster, then your income will be higher. So it's possible to make over $100,000 in your first year. And if you work up to the point where you're doing real estate development or commercial real estate deals or commercial syndications, you can make well over $1 million a year as a real estate investor.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
It's a lot tougher these days with the high interest rates, but it is still possible if you're willing to commit the time and energy to learn the industry. And the last career is probably the one you're thinking about doing right now, being a YouTuber. If you pick a niche and you build an audience and you have ad revenue and affiliate links and you're funneling to a product or service, you can make a ton of money. It's not easy. It's going to take time to build all these things up, and it's going to look like you're making no money for long periods of time, but you can make anywhere from $0 to millions of dollars if you pick the right niche with the right monetization strategy. So the moral of the story is, you do not need a college degree to have a very successful career. And whether you want to climb power poles, fix elevators, or stop cyber criminals from stealing grandma's Facebook password, there are career options out there for you. And if you learned something from today's video, please leave a like on the video, share the video with someone else, and subscribe to the channel because I give useful advice like this every single week. And if you're considering joining the military for your career, that's actually where I got my start. And I did an entire video on how you can maximize your benefits from being in the military. Thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next video.